Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Metroid. Last time we beat Kraid, the first mini-boss, and today we are making our way to the second mini-boss, Ridley. Along the way I'm planning to do a bit of exploring in Norfair to collect the last few upgrades and items that we haven't collected yet. We've already explored the entirety of Brinstar and mini-boss Hideout 1, so there's nothing less for us to collect there. Everything that we are missing is in Norfair and the mini-boss Hideout 2, which is technically also part of Norfair, I guess. But yeah, we are pretty much done with the game. Oh, wait, watch this. I love doing this. When a zoomer is on a platform and the platform disappears, it just doesn't know how to animate the sprite, so it just starts panicking and spinning uncontrollably. I love this. I love zoomers. They're so cute. I mean, they're not cute up close, they're kind of gross, but this is so stupid, I love doing this. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, exploration, items. We're pretty much done with everything, I guess. Like, by the end of this part, we will have every single upgrade, every single item. Provided, of course, I don't mess up, because there are a couple of ways I could miss some of them today. And provided I did not miss some in the previous parts. I think I collected everything, but there's always a possibility of me not paying attention and missing a door somewhere. So I guess we'll see if this really is a 100% run or a 99% run. we'll find out at the end. But yeah, we are pretty much done with the game. This is not a very large game. It has a reputation of being like super hard and impossible to beat with a guide, and like you take forever to reach the end, but in reality it's really small. There isn't that much to explore, there aren't that many items to collect, and even if you want to collect the items, like there are like so many missiles everywhere, you really don't need to collect all of them. I'm doing 100% run right now to show you as much as possible of the game, but like if I were to play this casually, I would not go out of my way to collect everything. Just beating the two mini-bosses gives you 150 missiles. That's more than enough to finish the game. Like if you were to collect everything, you would have 255 missiles, which like, what are you going to do with that much? It's really not needed. So yeah, I would not recommend on your first playthrough to do 100%. I would just say just go wherever the wind takes you and collect whatever you find, and you'll be fine. The energy tanks, though, yeah, I would definitely recommend getting all of them, because you'll need every single bit of energy you can get. But yeah, it is still a hard game. You can see that I'm struggling with it quite a bit, but overall, it's really not that big or that hard. I think the only reason why it seems that way is because on your first playthrough, you're going to struggle a lot. Like, the controls are super clunky, you're gonna have to figure out like the enemy patterns, you're gonna have to understand how the level design works and where to go. So like, the first few playthroughs are gonna be very awkward, very long, and very not very fun, let's just say that. But on your second playthrough onwards, you start to get a pretty good feel for the controls, for how the game works, the logic behind exploration, and you'll end up doing better. And the next playthrough, you do even better. And you keep improving with each playthrough. And that's really, how do I say, that's really the appeal of the Metroid series to me, is that this is really a game about improving, about growing with each and every playthrough that you make. The first one is going to take you, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours, but the next one is going to take you, let's say, 3 hours, and the next one 2, and maybe eventually you'll get to finish the game in less than 1 hour. And then you look back at your first playthroughs and you'll be like, how did I struggle that much? Why did I take this long route when I could have just gone this way? Why did I bother collecting this item when I really did not need these extra 5 missiles? I could have just skipped it entirely. And it's just this constant self-reflection, this constant looking back on previous playthroughs, on like thinking about how you can optimize your runs further. That makes this game such a joy to replay over and over, and why the speedrunning scene is so high on, so big with these games. Speaking of speedrunning, this game keeps track of your playtime. It's one of the information that is stored in your password, and there are different endings depending on how quick you beat the game. The best ending is under 1 hour. Clearly, we are not doing that because I think the first part of this Let's Play was already an hour long. So that's not happening. I think right now we are at about an hour and a half of playtime. So I think we are kind of on track to, on track for 3 hours. I just realized we never went through that door. I mean, I went there on the first part, but then I died because there are a ton of enemies. And I don't have that much energy on me right now, so maybe I can leave it for later when we come back from Ridley. So I guess we will not be getting all the items in this part. There will be a few more to collect in the final part. But yeah, there are multiple endings. The one I'm aiming for right now is the under 3 hours ending, which is like not the best ending, but still a pretty cool one. I know I pretty much always get it when I play casually. Like, even when I do, like, 100% items, which is what I'm doing right now, I still end up beating the game in under 3 hours. Like I tell you, like, once you beat the game once, it's pretty much impossible to take more than 3 hours to beat it again. It's really straightforward when you know what you're doing. But considering I just stop everywhere all the time to provide some commentary and do some dumb shit like making zoomers spin in the air, like I did earlier, I might be a little over 3 hours by the end of the next part? I don't know. I hope not. I mean, worst comes to worst. God, I can't aim. Okay. Worst comes to worst, we'll have the between 3 and 5 hours ending, which is still a cool ending. Not the best, but it still shows the thing I want to show you. Which, I mean, if you know anything about Metroid, you probably already know what the ending is going to show us, but I'll keep it vague for now, just in case you don't know what's in the ending. These platforms are so stupidly small. I think this is the only room in the entire game that has these platforms. I don't know why they made it this way. Anyways, let's go there before the dragon keeps shooting more fireballs at me. Yeah, they're called dragons. I looked it up while editing the previous parts. I called them fire seahorse because I didn't know what to call them. Yeah, they're called dragon. Literally just dragon. Good job, me. Good job for freezing the enemy right in front of me. I was aiming for the bubble over there. They can give you like 20 energy when you kill them, so they're pretty... Yeah, there you go. They're pretty useful. I don't know if it's a guaranteed 20 energy, but pretty much every time... Oh, no, see, I got proven wrong. This one only gave me 5. But I feel they have a higher rate of dropping 20 energy balls, whatever they're called. Anyways, this room, once again, the usual trick. Horizontal, vertical. So this is a vertical room. So let's place some bombs and there you go. There's another room below. We can go to the floor below. Except, now this is where it gets really, really interesting. We could go this way to the right. There's some pretty cool stuff over there, and in fact, we are going to go there shortly. But if I were to go to the left here, it would eventually lead me to a hallway that leads back up to the floor above. Likewise, if instead of finding the secret over here, I had just continued to the left, I would have gone to that vertical hallway and then gone to the floor below. So you have to wonder, why did they put a secret passage that just leads to the floor below if I could already get to that floor by just continuing to the left? Is it just to save like 30 seconds? Or is it to hide another secret? This is the brilliance of this room. The true secret is actually right here. This is not just a room that has like a lower floor, it also hides an upper floor. This is probably the best hidden secret in the game, because you're tempted to just bomb the floor first before shooting the ceiling, because that's the most common kind of secret in this game. And as such, you're tempted to say, oh, I found the block that I could destroy on the floor, so there you go, I found this room secret, let's move on. Ow. got hit during the door transition. But yeah, the true secret was above. And the reason they're hiding it so well is because this room, I can't aim, good god, contains the best power-up in the entire game. The screw attack. The screw attack is not a traditional weapon. As you can see, I'm still firing my little ice beam over here. My bombs are still just regular bombs. But let me see if I can show you that. Look at this. Samus is flashing. Ow, ow. Flashing when jumping, and ow. Please let me jump. Oh, good god. The jumping physics. I can't get out of the lava. Why? Oh my god. Am I going to die here? Is this the end of me? Oh my god. Okay, let's just go for a slightly lower platform. This is the worst room to demonstrate the screw attack. I'm so sorry, everyone. Future games in the series are going to give you, like, they usually place the screw attack in a room that has a lot of enemies so that you can immediately use it and have, like, that, oh, that's what it does moment. But here, you have to go maybe to this room to really find what it does. Okay, watch this. Huh. There you go. Look at this. The screw attack allows you to destroy enemies simply by touching them when you're doing a somersault. This leaves you pretty much invincible while jumping, and it kills nearly every enemy in the game. I say nearly invincible because, as you just saw, I still took damage. The timing for the screw attack to activate is a bit tricky, and sometimes it deactivates when you get close to the ground, so depending on the level layout, it can be a bit tricky to use it. But for most of the rooms, yeah, you'll be able to just jump without a care and just destroy enemies nearly instantly. This is going to make farming for health and missiles so much easier, and it's going to be pretty much like, it's pretty much necessary to have this upgrade for the last few areas of the game. Oh, fake lava again. We meet again, fake lava. Yeah, the screw attack is like, I've never beaten the game without the screw attack. It is entirely optional because, like, I mean, it was well hidden. I'm pretty sure there are more than one players who beat the game without even knowing the screw attack existed back in the day. But yeah, I can't imagine beating the game without the screw attack. It makes things so much more manageable. I'm not gonna say easier because it's still, there's still plenty of room for you to mess up, but it makes things so much more bearable. Anyways, we're back to this room, as I mentioned before, so now let's explore to the right and see what Norfair has in store for us. These freaking balls that keep spawning right on top of me when I open a door. The level layout in Norfair is pretty unique. Like, there are multiple rooms like these that have, like, different platforms. It's such an interesting area compared to the other ones. I feel it's the one where they really tried to, like, make the different rooms stand out and try different things with the level design. But there's one thing that prevents me from really enjoying Norfair, and I'll point that out very shortly. Let's go through this secret passage that was very obvious, very telegraphed. Let's keep exploring. God, these rooms are so long. Okay, this one is super obvious. It's like, obviously there's a secret passage here, right? You wouldn't go all this way to a dead end. Yeah, there it is. Another fake lava. So, what do we have over here? This is a genuine question. I don't remember what's over here. I know what upgrades can be found down here in Norfair, but they're different. Oh, okay, this is a missile. Or an energy tank, I think. Let's see. Where's the... God, I'm so bad at timing my bombs. Oh my god, I place it... Okay, there you go. This one should do it. There you go. And it's... Yeah, energy tank. Nice. I missed that jump completely. Oh god. Oh, you can beat these guys with a screw attack? What? I thought it was supposed to be invincible, so you can freeze them all the time. Huh. Or is it a bug? Sometimes I feel like the game glitches regarding like which enemies you can and cannot destroy. I'm pretty sure I've destroyed the Reaper with a screw attack once before, even though they're not supposed to be destroyed by it. I'm pretty sure this happened to me before. Like this one over here, if I were to do a screw attack on it, yeah, see, like it's invincible. But I'm pretty sure I've managed to destroy one before. So I think it's... Ow. Okay, let me try. Okay, let me focus. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I have to destroy this block. There you go. And then we can go back up. Okay, so that was pretty much everything that was here. It was just an energy tank. And now we have to backtrack. Backtracking has always been an integral part of Metroid. I mean, you've seen it by now. We've done a lot of, okay, let's go here. Oh, another, okay, maybe you can destroy these enemies, and I just, like, you can always destroy them, and I thought you couldn't. Or maybe it's the blue ones that you can destroy. Anyways, yeah, backtracking is an essential part of this game. You should be aware of that by now. But usually, they always make it so you don't have to backtrack that much. The problem with Norfair is that, unlike the other areas which are kind of interconnected, making backtracking... Oh yeah, see, the blue ones are invincible, but the red ones are not. Okay. We're learning. We're learning new things every day. Yeah, backtracking in Norfair is terrible. There are a lot of dead ends, only to collect a single item. And there's no way to, like, go back to a central hallway on the other side. You always have to slowly walk all the way back through these long, long hallways. And that's the really annoying part about Norfair, and that's why it makes exploring this area so much of a slog. There's like one very, very useful item that's maybe worth getting, but if I were playing this casually, I might even skip it entirely. I'm just getting it to show it to you because it's like it's a really iconic upgrade. So like I want you to see what it looks like in the original game. But if I were playing this casually, I don't think I would be here. I would have just gone straight for Ridley and just beat the game like that. Okay, so we've come all the way back here. Now let's go through into the fake lava, which is clearly hiding something. Maybe this one? Yeah, there you go. And explore an even lower part of Norfair. This is also fake lava, but there's nothing below. I mean, you can kind of see it. The other one, you could see there was like an empty spot below. This one doesn't have. I think you can still break. Yeah, you can still break the blocks, but it leads to a dead end. I think they just copy-pasted the room above, so that's why you can still destroy the block even though it leads nowhere. Ow. Okay, so look at these blocks over there. This is kind of weird, right? Why would they put all these rocks floating in the air like that? This might seem random, like most of the level design in this game, to be honest, but keep that in mind. In a couple of minutes, this will make a lot more sense. Also, look at these platforms. They're so weird, like these little bubbly platforms. Like I said, like a lot of the rooms in here look very different from one another. They have very unique designs that stand out from each other. Also, yeah, there's a secret down here, because horizontal, vertical, you know the rule by now. So let's go down here and see what it is. I think it's missiles. I can't imagine it being anything other than that. Alright. Yep, this looks like a missile. There you go. They're always standing on these platforms. The same kind of platform layout, so they're easy to recognize. Oh, two back to back. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I think that's all there is to it. After that, it's going to be a dead end, right? Yeah, looks like it. Can I destroy this? Nope. Alright. I don't remember the map by heart. I just know where to look for secrets because of that horizontal vertical law. So like, I'm not keeping track of how many missiles I have. I just know like I've seen all the all the rooms because oh god, I'm stuck. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, like, I know I've explored all the rooms because, I mean, I'm just, like, you see how I'm exploring. I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. If there's one door, I go through it. If there are two doors, I go through each of one after the other. You're guaranteed to not miss any door that way. Just always look for secrets whenever you're in a secret vertical room, and you're bound to have explored every room in the game that way. Okay, oh god, I hate having to time my jumps with these respawning blocks. Okay, there you go. Let's keep going to the right. Norfair is a very strange area. It's supposed to be lava world, but it has this weird vegetation growing from the ceiling. And the remake is going to do something very interesting with all this vegetation. It's like, they could have gone just like rocky, like volcano kind of area, but they went for something very, very alien in its design. Okay, this area, I hate it so much. It's like, you have all these pillars, and like, obviously enemies can bump you around and you might fall. So like, if I were to fall here, how do I get out? See what I'm saying? You are stuck. If I were to fall here, I'm also stuck. I think the other one, I might have been able to time my jump properly and like get out, or maybe place a bomb first, but this one is absolutely impossible to get out of. So if you end up falling here, you are dead, and you have to sit here, look at your energy go down 1 point at a time, and wait for your character to die so you can respawn at the entrance. There's a secret code that allows you to die instantly that requires a second controller. I think it's like up and A or up and start or something like that. Like, if you press a button combination on your second controller, it kills your character on the that you're playing with the first controller, and like it's just a quick death code. This is really helpful to save some time, but if you're if you only have one controller like I do right now, I would be stuck forever here. So yeah, that's why I should not waste too much time, because I think you can only rewind up to a certain time. You'll be really... Okay, there you go. But yeah, so this room, I think there's another one like this. You always have to be very careful where to fall. This one is fine. You can always get out, but yeah, the ones in the lava, they can be really real problem. And with all these enemies flying around and shooting fireballs at you, it is very easy to fall. It's happened to me before. It's happened to a lot of players. You don't want this to happen. Okay, this one is a secret, obviously. Vertical, horizontal. Where is it? Is it? I think it's next to the door, right? Yeah. They're all pretty much... Oh, I can destroy this one, I think. Yeah, there you go. Vengeance for all the trouble I've been through with these freaking dragons. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. It was probably not important. Anyways, we have a new item over here. This is the main reason I wanted to explore here, because everything else is just going to be missiles and it's not very interesting. It's a new beam upgrade. The wave beam. Now, as the name implies, the wave beam fires with a wave pattern. Look at this. Look at how cool it is. It does not combine with your ice beam. It replaces it. So unlike the long beam, which is like a permanent upgrade, you can only have either the ice beam or the wave beam equipped. The wave beam is more powerful than the ice beam. So while the ice beam like cuts your damage in half because it has to freeze enemies and so on, this one deals twice as much damage. So it's definitely a very powerful weapon to have in the late game. It also has a unique property. I can show it to you here. Okay, look at where my beam is going. Do you see? It can go through walls. This is the trade-off. So while you can't freeze enemies and use them as platforms anymore, you can fire through pretty much any wall. And oh god, I'm so bad at jumping. You can fire through walls and and that's pretty much it, really. Future games will have more interesting uses for the wave beam in terms of puzzles, but yeah, in this one it's just like, it looks cool, I guess. Now these rocks, remember when I said like it looks kind of random? Now it starts to make sense, because since the wave beam can go through blocks, hang on, let me just kill this guy. There you go. So I can just stand there without dying. Since the wave beam can go through blocks, you can destroy multiple blocks at the same time. And these blocks here feel like they were meant to be a tutorial for the wave beam's ability to go through walls. Now look at this. I'm going to destroy only about 10 blocks. That's all you can destroy at the same time. I don't know how this is programmed, but like, there must be some place in memory where they keep track of which block is destroyed, so you can like have a timer to know where to respawn it. I assume that's how it's programmed. But because this is an old NES game with not a lot of memory available, it can only keep track of so many blocks before it decides to just stop tracking them entirely. So yeah, you can only destroy so many blocks at the same time, which makes this ability pretty worthless in the end. Like, look at this. I just wanted to do a bomb jump to go through this tunnel, but because I had destroyed too many blocks, I could not... it did not work. So I have to waste so much time. Like, I just want to do a bomb jump to go in here, but... oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is the kind of areas in which Metroid really feels limited by its hardware and also by how it was developed. Like I said, the game was developed in a very short amount of time. It wasn't programmed particularly well. I mean, given the time constraints, they did the best they could, clearly. But yeah, it's the kind of areas that really make it obvious that this game is very dated and not very polished. Okay, I have to be very careful not to fall in these ones. Please don't kill me. Purple bouncing ball, thank you. Okay, alright. There you go. All of this for a missile. And I think that's the only thing awaiting us. Like, I think there's a dead end after this. I don't think there's another one. Yep, it's a dead end. So now we can backtrack again. I think this is all there is to find in Norfair. We did all of this for what? 3 missiles, 1 energy tank, and the wave beam, which admittedly is pretty cool. But if I were to play this casually, I would have just gone in to get the screw attack and then left. Because, I mean, this backtracking is so annoying. Having to go all the way back. Like, I'm probably going to cut this part because there's literally nothing happening. I'm just going to be walking back to where I came from. Going through the same doors, fighting the same enemies. But I'm going to try to measure how long it takes, like how many minutes, just to give you a number, just to show you how long it takes to backtrack through Norfair. Alright, I'm going to cut here, and I'll see you back at the exit. Okay, we are back at the high jump boots room. It took me about 3 minutes to get back here. Probably could have done it a bit less. There were a few times where I just struggled because the game was lagging too much and I couldn't get my jumps right. But yeah, it's like 2 to 3 minutes of just slow, painful backtracking. It's just not fun. This is the main reason why I don't like Norfair as an area. The remake improves things a lot. It really, how do I say? It really plays up the weird alien level design to make the area really, really cool looking. Probably one of my favorite areas in the Metroid series, visually speaking. And it also fixes the backtracking by giving you more options to backtrack. Like this room here. So like we came from up there. Now let's go down to the elevator. Look at this room. Look at how empty it is. There's just this one door that leads to the elevator. Couldn't they have just put some doors on the left side here? Like when I get to the wave beam, instead of having to backtrack all the way. When I get this final missile, instead of having to walk 3 minutes back to the upper floor, couldn't you just put a door here that shortcuts back to here? Like, I don't know. Make it so it's only accessible from one side by putting like a very like a Maru Mari tunnel or something that makes it impossible to backtrack through, like they did in the first mini boss hideout. But like, there was surely a way to make backtracking less of a hassle. Unfortunately, as it is right now, you always have to like make your way through a long hallway to collect one item, then find a dead end, and then walk on the opposite side to get out. All the other areas are interconnected, making you making it possible to approach the exploration through different routes, to always find different way to go back to the main hallway to the entrance. Norfair is the exception, and unfortunately, it kind of sucks. But hey, look, we are at the elevator that leads to Ridley. Like before, we have 2 horrifying statues because this is mini boss number 2. Thankfully, there are only 2 bosses in this game because, like, if they had like 5 mini bosses, they would have had to do like 5 statues. So yeah, here we are in this probably the hardest area in the game with a very spooky, sadly a bit repetitive music. Okay, this one is super obvious, yeah? Like, 2 identical rooms back to back, there's obviously a secret. And yeah, look at how the wave beam cleared the entire passage by going through all of the blocks at once. So let's explore. Oh my god. Already with the enemies. This area has so many enemies. It's going to make having the screw attack... having the screw attack is going to make this a bit more manageable, but every now and then you're going to have these very narrow passages that makes jumping really hard. Not to say impossible sometimes. So even the screw attack cannot save you from these enemies. And of course they keep respawning, and of course they keep flying at you. Oh god. Thankfully there are a couple of energy tanks that we can get along the way to... Oh! Yeah, another thing about this area. There are traps. There are a lot of traps. I want to believe that Ridley himself put these traps here for Samus to fall into, because... God damn it. Yeah, I just wanted to come here to show you there's nothing else here. But yeah, they just fall through the same one twice. Good god. Alex, focus, please. You're doing a professional Let's Play right now. You have to give your viewers some good gameplay, not this bullshit you're doing. Okay. Yeah, Ridley is a bit of a trickster. It'll become more obvious in the later entries in the series. But I think this trap-filled level design really, how do I say? It really shows you the kind of character he is. It's not like Kraid's Lair, which is like a bit like labyrinthian. There are a couple of rooms that lead nowhere. This one is full of traps. It's designed to make you feel frustrated. There are enemies everywhere. There are invisible holes in the floor that you can fall into. It's just designed to drive you crazy. And I feel that the music really adds to it, because if I had to listen to this in person for like maybe an hour, I would go insane. Okay, this room has a bit more space to breathe, so that's good. We can use a screw attack and maybe get some energy back. Although I think the next energy tank is very close, so I don't need that much energy. I mean, if it's here, I'm gonna take it, but yeah, I don't need to farm or anything. Like, once you get the screw attack, you pretty much don't need to farm anymore. You pretty much get everything by just jumping around. What am I doing? What is this? Oh, is this a room with the bullshit tunnel? I vaguely remember there was a bullshit tunnel somewhere. I think this is it. There's one room where you get to a dead end, and you have to backtrack. That's when you realize you have to backtrack and find a tunnel. And I think it's like near the entrance of the room. Like, you have to backtrack all the way to the entrance, and you realize, oh, I could have just gone underground this whole time. I think it's near here. Let's see. Is it here? Or am I... Yes, there it is. The bullshit tunnel. this is what I mean by this level is like made to drive you insane. There was a shortcut hidden here. You could have just gone through this shortcut this whole time. You just didn't know because it was hidden. Also, the game is lagging so horribly right now. Good God, let me get out of here before the game crashes. Look at how slow it's going. Oh my God. Okay, so red door. Usually red doors lead to either a boss or a new item. This one, interestingly enough, doesn't lead to either. It does lead to an energy tank, but as you can probably guess, there has to be a trap. Like, it looks too easy, right? There is indeed a trap. One of these, multiple of these. I think the last 4 blocks are transparent or fall through. So I'm going to have to try to time my jump properly. Let's see if I can get it in the first try. Hit. Oh my God, I did it. Wow, I did not think I would do it. I've fallen through this hole so many... Let me just show you how it is. Okay, so yeah, you just fall through. I wonder if this platform here is meant to be like the part of the bridge above that fell down. I wonder if that's what they were going for. Anyways, if you fall, it's not a big issue because you can continue to the left here, and it will eventually lead you to a vertical hallway that leads back up. I'm not gonna go there though because it's just like looping back to the room above, and also there's like, if I miss my... I mean, I can show you, actually. I can show you why I wanted to avoid going there. And then I'll backtrack before I... how do I say? I make things harder for myself. Okay, so see, like, you have these platforms that you can jump on, that allows you to go back up. And then there's another hallway and you reach the energy tank. So it goes back up, but... I mean, let me show you. I'll rewind. If you were to miss your jump and fall here, yeah, this is a huge fall down here. And once you're there, you're pretty much stuck. You have to walk all the way back to the top floor. So that's why I wanted to avoid this area as much as possible, because it is so easy to miss your jump when you're going back up, trying to avoid these little fireball enemies. Look at this. Look at how bad at platforming I am. Yeah, so... Oh, God. Okay, I'm actually not doing too bad. I say right before falling. Anyways, you get the idea. So yeah, that's why I did not want to... Okay, let's start over here. I did not want to fall up there because there's always a risk when I have to go through this room that I miss my jump and fall all the way down. Like you can probably guess, it's happened to me before. We will have to go to the lowest floor eventually because there's one item down there that we need to collect. But I'd like to leave it for the end rather than do it now because, I mean, I have already more than enough to deal with right now. Plus, there's another missile upgrade awaiting us, I think, in the next room, and that one is actually super tricky. I might miss this one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there are 2 ways this could go. Either I get it first try, and I'm going to be super happy about myself, and you're going to be wondering why I was worrying so much to begin with. Or I'm going to miss, and I'm going to hate myself because I'll have to backtrack all the way here to get this single missile. This door over there, there are no other entrance. This is the only entrance to that room, and you have to do this jump. But if you jump at the wrong timing, you're going to hit your head against this up there, and you're going to fall. So let's see if I can get it first try. Okay. Focus, Alex. Focus. Do it for the viewers. Here we go. Oh my God! I did first try! Nice. Okay. I usually, like, fail half of the time. I fail half of the time. Before, like, when I was preparing for this playthrough, I specifically went back to this area to practice this jump. And even after practicing, I would fail, like, half of the time. This room is super frustrating because, like, oh my God, this hole. Like, as you can see, it continues over there. There's actually another entrance behind that wall. So you have to go through this entire room full of enemies only to reach that wall. See this missile just sitting there with no way to go through the wall. It's literally just there to tempt you, saying, no, you thought you could get to this room from the other side? You can't. You have to go back to the impossible jump. Oh my god, these traps! I hate this. Okay, I'm genuinely happy that I was able to get all these power-ups in the first try, because backtracking through this area can be really frustrating. Anyways, we can now fall. As you can see, a huge, huge fall. So let's go to the left over here and continue exploring. Let's see if we can find Ridley in this giant maze. Surely he must be close. Surely he must be nearby. We haven't seen like the kind of scary, spiky design from Kraid's hideout, but surely it will appear soon. Alright, let's go to the next room. Oh my god, if these enemies will let me. Surprise! There he is! So, this is really interesting. Instead of putting like a red door, they just left a regular door leading to Ridley's hideout. The reason for this, I think, is to surprise you, because you would not expect a boss to be hiding in this kind of room after such a very basic door. Anyways, what am I doing? As you can see, I'm taking this a lot more casually compared to Kraid, where I was like immediately shooting and jumping, and I couldn't even stand still for a second, or else he would kick me out of the door. How do I say? Ridley is programmed wrongly in the NES version. This once again an issue with the RNG. Normally, he's supposed to fire his fireballs randomly. But in the NES version, the pattern is predetermined, and it's always the same pattern. So you can kind of stand here and take very minimal damage and just keep shooting him. I did this wrong, but like, it's actually possible to just stand there and not take any damage at all. I think I got the timing wrong because I stood there not doing anything at first, but yeah, it's just a matter of bombarding him and slowly killing him. He should be dead soon, I think. Hello? Can you die? Please? There you go. Alright, and I didn't use a single missile. I'm now up to 200 something. I might be very close to the maximum amount. Because like we're only missing maybe 3 missile expansions total? We're pretty much done with the game. Ow. Oh yeah, this room. It's like fake lava, the ultimate room, I think. Yeah, there you go. Like most of the lava is actually just a regular floor. And here's our final energy tank. This is why I was so careless during the fight. I knew I could just heal immediately after it. So yeah, we are pretty much done with Mini Boss Hideout 2. Oh wait, hang on. Let me focus to get this jump right, because I don't think I can get out from the lava here. Oh no, this lava was just a floor. Okay, there you go. So yeah, we are done with Ridley's hideout. So I think all that's left for us to do now is leave and finish the game. We still have 1 missile expansion in here in Mini Boss Hideout 2, plus the 2 that I left. I think it was 2 in Norfair, the impossible death room that I skipped earlier. So I guess we'll do that in the next part, and we'll get ready to fight the final boss. So I'm going to stop this part here. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time for some more Metroid for the final part. See ya!